You know what, Margaret? Sometimes I just get that not so fresh feeling.
Well, you need to get down to the pickle and boot shop.
Man, we are recording here. This is the Patreon
We're
version.
just starting right into it.
Well, yeah, let's just kick right into it because I have something I got to whinge about. I got some ruffled feathers.
Okay.
Now, mind you, Pete at the Furnace Fest was wearing his ruffled feathers shirt proudly, and came up to the booth and gave me his rendition of the ruffled feathers beginning.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying as though it should be. But oh, here we go again. I feel like it's Friday all over again. I'm trying to talk to somebody from a band. He just took his headphones off.
Look, you told me Daniel Rock hates my thing because apparently I chew and make all this noise, and there's somebody over there getting ice, just making all the noise they possibly can after I told him to go to bed.
What's funny is Daniel told me he'll listen to your end of it. Remember the episode?
Talking to me. What? Go to bed. Okay, go ahead. You have my full and undivided attention, Joseph.
That is an absolute lie. But you remember the episode where you're like, yeah, the kids are listening to Simpsons. Can you hear it? And I was like, no, I can't. I couldn't hear it, but when Daniel said he could, he's literally like listening to you, and when you're not talking, it was the entire Simpsons like episode he was listening to in the background. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yes, I figured that was happening.
Oh,
sorry, Daniel.
So
Philip.
Yeah, so Philip, what about Philip? What was I saying?
Came up ruffled feathers. He had a t-shirt.
Pete came up, ruffled feathers.
Meant Pete, the other Philip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but my ruffled feathers is this. I am hating this, like, do you ever do that, like the unshaven in the crease of your neck and then it is just itching like a madman?
Yeah, I hate growing out a beard. I hate it.
Yeah, when you're past a certain point with growing out the beard, and beard oil helps take that itching away. But
man,
I use Duke Cannon beard oil.
Okay, I've got like 2, and it kind of makes it softer, but mostly it just makes it greasy and stinks. Like it just smells too perfumey, and I'm just not a perfumey person.
So I had 2, like I used like a balm, and that was too perfumey. Heidi couldn't stand it. And then I used like another kind of oil, and she didn't like that one either. She bought me the Duke Cannon one. It has a scent, but it doesn't have a scent. I know that sounds weird.
Duke Cannon.
Yeah, the Duke Cannon beard oil.
Okay.
And it doesn't have, it has a scent. Okay, so this is what sounds weird. It has a scent, but it's not a perfumey scent. So you put it on, it just kind of has like a, I know this is probably not politically correct to say nowadays, but it just kind of has like a manly, like there's just kind of like almost like a leathery smell to it.
That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, it's not like a flowery, and it's not like a cologne.
Okay.
It's just like a woods. Yeah, to say woods even means more of a fragrance, but yeah, just get that. It's pretty good.
I'm intrigued.
When you're first growing a beard, that beard oil is helpful because, man, your skin is just itching like crazy. But now, I mean, like I've had my beard. I've had it for over a year. But it's where, you shave, for those looking on the lowlights or whatever, not that they could see this, but it's like down here is where it grows under the beard. And oh my gosh, that's driving me nuts. I was like, okay, I'm going to do the podcast tonight. And then when I'm done with the podcast, I'm going to jump in the shower and shave and stuff like that. So I'm just waiting for after, but it's in that home stretch right now. And I'm just like, holy smoke.
Yeah, I didn't tell you at work, so I grew out that mustache for my driver's license
Okay.
picture.
Yeah. You have a long track record of very good driver's license. Did you wear a wig?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So I showed it to Joe, but then they voted for my next mustache and they voted for Fu Manchu, everybody at work. So I was like, well, I'll just grow out like a Civil War era beard and then get it to a Fu Manchu. And I hate it. I hate growing a beard out. So normally I like have like stubble. That's it. I don't want to shave every week, but I don't like the beard growing out. It's so miserable.
Yeah, prior to having a beard, I never thought in my life I would have a beard. And then I was off of work for a while, like it was in the summer, it was a vacation.
Yeah.
And so I was off for, I don't know, like 2.5 weeks. And the stubble just kind of got like a little longer. I was like, oh, I'll let it go. Well, in the meantime, we had a policy change at work where we could grow beards. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it just for kind of like poops and giggles.
Like half the G.I. Joe guys have it. I could do it.
Yeah. And so then I started growing it and I started getting compliments. And then people were telling me that, like, even my kids were like, Dad, you look a lot better with a beard.
Oh,
like
geez.
anything that could cover up your face more seems to work. And yeah, I started getting a lot of compliments, and like my family, like my mom and my sister was like, man, I really like you with the beard. And then I'm like, and on the inside, I was kind of thinking like, I like how I look with the beard. And then I had it kind of reinforced. And now everybody is like, dude, don't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, if you ever go back to your ugly face where we could see it. Yeah. So I enjoy it. The one thing I don't like is I don't like the look of a beard and bald. Like, well, that's what you have, look.
Dude. That's
I know. That's a tough look. And sometimes when we do the podcast and I throw on the wig, I like how it looks with the wig and the beard. Like I like hair going down into the beard. I don't like bald with beard. If I wear a baseball hat or a hat, something that neutralizes my baldness, I like how I look. Like I like how I look in a baseball hat, but I don't like where you just go from bald and then at your sideburns starts a beard. I think that's an odd look.
What about mustache? You thought about just a mustache to go with the baldness? I
never thought I could grow a mustache. And to tell you the truth, even if you're looking now, if for whatever reason this were to make a low light, but if you're looking now, my mustache is like so blonde.
Yeah.
It's very like creeperish. It's gross.
You got to get out the Just for Men. You go get it and you can just brush it in, get it really dark, and it's going to look so pimp.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. Definitely.
Pimp.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah. And if you look, I brought it up at the beginning. I got the Buc-ee's on here.
Yeah.
We talked in the freebie about Furnace Festival as far as the festival, but I'll tell you what, man, Buc-ee's almost stole the show.
Did it?
We made a special trip to Buc-ee's, and I'm sure everybody who's listening to the podcast knows what Buc-ee's is. Buc-ee's is like the largest gas station. They pride themselves on clean bathrooms. Mm-hmm. No trucks are allowed in there. So like if you're a semi-truck driver, there's no semi-trucks allowed.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, they don't do it because they feel that truckers bring the cleanliness down. They don't feel that truckers, I think, respect the cleanliness of a building. But when you walk in, there is everything like food wise.
Mhm.
Like if you want to eat, if you are driving and you can stop at a Buc-ee's. And here's the thing. I was always thinking like, man, when we were on tour, did we ever stop at a Buc-ee's? They didn't have them when we toured.
No, and we talked about this before. I like the idea of it. If it wasn't from Texas, I'd be all behind it. But now I'm like, I don't like Texas.
Yeah, it's awesome. The largest one right now is in Nashville, right outside Nashville.
Is it?
And they're building a bigger one. Supposedly, the biggest one is supposed to be built, I think, in Kentucky,
Okay.
which is like 100 square feet bigger than the biggest one right now. But anyway, you guys got to check it out like on YouTube. Tons of people make videos on Buc-ee's. They have all sorts of like products that they put their name on. They have a whole like pickled section. Like you can get pickled eggs, pickled asparagus. I picked up sweet and spicy pickled Brussels sprouts.
Ah.
Yeah, they have like all sorts of like pickled quail eggs, pickled all sorts of stuff. Then they have tons of jerky. They claim that they have their world famous beef jerky. They have tons and tons of different flavors of beef jerky. Now, what I would have liked, and maybe I just didn't see it, I would have liked if they had different animals. You know, like if you could get ostrich jerky or alligator jerky
Or manatee.
or manatee. Yes.
Yard donkey.
Yeah. Baby seal.
Chitlins.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
All
don't
of
know.
that. Yeah.
Those are animals.
Yeah. But to my knowledge, they don't. It's all beef, but they have a ton of different of that. Then they have like their own soda pops, like they have fountain drinks and stuff like that. Their own soda pops. And then the thing that kills me is I am a sandwich guy. And you
Yeah.
can go into a Buc-ee's and they have these islands, these cooler islands in the middle of the store that they have like fresh made sandwiches. So like with us, when we used to be on tour, we would go into a Circle K and get like the turkey and cheese sandwich on wheat that was like in those triangle plastic containers.
And it was questionable what date it was made on.
Yes. And you go into Buc-ee's and it's like the roast beef is fresh, like the cheese, like everything is like so good. They have, turkey sandwiches, all this stuff. It's so good. And then they have all these like dessert cups, like their banana pudding is ridiculous good. They have like key lime pie in a cup. They have chocolate, like a chocolate lava cake or something like that in a cup. And it's all like very reasonable priced, but it's very good. Then they have a whole section of like burritos. So you can get we got this one, it was called a rhino burrito.
And
it was like,
rhino?
Yeah, it was with rhino meat.
Then
it
I'm
was
on
like
board.
it was like a breakfast burrito. So it had like eggs and sausage, but it had like green chilies, like a
Okay.
spicy sauce. Oh man, it was so good. And then they also have like a smoked section. So they do like brisket, pulled pork. I would recommend they do smoked turkey, and I got the sliced smoked turkey sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Freaking phenomenal. And so like if you're a band and stuff like that, or you're just traveling, they're open 24 hours a day. Their bathrooms are spotless. You can eat off the floor. Freaking spotless, these bathrooms. They smell nice. They look nice. And so you can go in there, you could take a nice dump if you need. All the bathrooms, like the toilets, are like they're the water closet style.
What is that?
So it's the water closet where it's literally like you walk into like a clothes closet.
Oh wow.
Like there's like a door and you go in and there's not partitions between you.
There-
Do you know what I'm
you're,
talking
like, in your
about?
own room?
Yeah.
'Cause
So
sometimes I wake up and I'm not really awake. I think I'm going to the bathroom. I'm just dreaming, and I do go to the bathroom in the closet.
In a closet.
Yeah.
And here's a side note. A buddy of mine in high school had this major crush on this girl.
Okay.
And the girl was a friend of his sister's.
Okay.
And so one night the girl spent the night
I like
over
where
at
this
the
is
house.
going.
Yeah, spent the night over at the house, and they did some underage drinking.
Mhm.
And the girl that my buddy liked had a little too much to drink. And he's laying in bed, and his sister and their friends are in another part of the house and whatever. And that, like I said, they'd been drinking. And all of a sudden he's about to fall asleep, and he sees his door open. He sees like the door open to his room, and he's like, what in the world? And this girl that he has this major crush on comes walking in, and she's wearing her pajamas.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh my gosh, like all my wildest dreams are about to come true. And he's like kind of panicking. He doesn't know what to say. Like he's just like, he's frozen with fear. And she walks into the room, and he's watching her like in the dark. And she goes from like one side of his bed and like walks around the other side. And he's like, oh my gosh, like she's about to get into bed like behind him and stuff like that. And he's just like, this is it. This is how adult movies start.
Uh-huh.
And the next thing so he's frozen with fear, doesn't know what to do. And all of a sudden he hears his dresser drawer open. And he's like, what is that? And he rolls over, and she has her pajama pants down around her ankles, and she's pulled out one of his dresser drawers, and she's peeing in the dresser. And he's like, what in the world? And she pulls her pants up, and she walks out. And he's like, what just happened? And he's like, there's no. So he gets up.
First place is what happened.
Yeah, he jumps up. He flips the light on, and he's like, what did she do? He goes over and opens the first dresser drawer like nothing's there. Opens the second one, full of piss. Like like the clothes that he had in there covered in piss. Piss is sloshing around. Like she was so drunk, she peed out like a liter of urine into like one of his dressers. And he never said anything.
This is
never said anything.
He didn't. What a good icebreaker.
Never.
Hey, remember last night when you peed in my dresser?
Yeah. He liked this girl so much, like he didn't want to make things weird or anything like that. She was so blitzed, she had no idea that she did it.
Oh my gosh.
That she had done it. Yeah. So anyway, you don't have to do that at Buc-ee's. So the water closets,
you don't have to pee in the dressers at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, they just have dressers. You go in the bathroom and it's just dressers all lined up. You just pull out a drawer. Yeah, but it's not like the metal partitions between the toilets. You're in your own like closet.
Okay.
And so it's all of that. And so it's really, really cool. That's great. And then, like I said, they have hot food. They have merchandise out the wazoo. So again, like I said, I did the tourist thing. I got the hoodie. I've been looking for a hoodie, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll grab one from here. And everything, the food is all reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're going to go and get, a big barbecue brisket sandwich for $2. Like a barbecue brisket sandwich is like $5.50 or something like that. The food costs, yeah, very good. So the food costs are all that. What's helpful is when it comes to the merchandise. So their merchandise is super cheap. So like I got this big old hoodie. It was like $25. And this would be like a $40 hoodie somewhere else.
It'd be like a $40 hoodie at the 5 Iron Frenzy table.
Yeah, yeah. And they got like t-shirts. Like some t-shirts are $10. Some are like 15, like a long sleeve shirt's like 19. You can get like a giant 5 foot by 6 foot like beach towel, and those are pretty expensive, and you can get those for I think it's $21. So
Okay.
it's the type of thing that if you're going somewhere, if you're on a trip, one guy was like, he told me at the festival, he's like, "Oh, you guys are going to Buc-ee's," and his story was that he had gotten up and him and the family were all headed out. They're going to go do like a day on the coast, on the ocean, and he was like, they started off and they were like, "Oh crap, we forgot A, B, C, and D, and the kids are hungry."
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "We saw Buc-ee's, we pulled into Buc-ee's," and he was like, "We were able to leave with everything that we needed." He was like, "We
That's
forgot
crazy.
beach towels, we got beach towels. We forgot chairs, we got chairs. We got like we got food, we got this, that." So it was interesting. So if you guys are out, I'm late to the party. I think everybody knows what Buc-ee's. I probably sound like some old coot. Talking about something that everybody like, "Hey, have you heard of this place called McDonald's? You could get hamburgers there for relatively cheap." Yeah.
You're not there yet. I'm not. I still am not going to go to. Actually, I can't say I'm not going to go to Buc-ee's. I've been to one, but I don't like Texas.
What does Texas have to do with anything? If you're
It's-
going to a Buc-ee's
it's
in Tennessee,
Texans. They're taking over.
what? Because they think reasonably. Here's why you should like Buc-ee's.
No, they're like, we talked about this. They're like shooting guns and lighting things on fire, and they're like, "Why is our state hurricaning?" And they're like, "Because you burned the earth." And they have hats, and they're like, "Take off your hat in the Alamo. It's sacred." And then you're like, but you lost. I don't know. They just like that. They like it when you talk like that.
But how punk rock is it that the family that owns Buc-ee's gives, like, they pay through the nose to work there? So the people who work there are compensated very, very, very well.
Are they?
They get
You're
full
swaying me.
benefits.
You're
They get
swaying
full
me with your
benefits.
socialism.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
get full benefits. They get like 3 weeks vacation right away to start.
Wow.
The company refuses to become a publicly traded company. They would much rather not chase the mighty dollar, to keep everything, food control, quality control of merchandise, of everything, of salaries, what they can pay their workers without going public. They want to keep it all private and stuff like that. They're extremely helpful for the local communities, I believe, where they come in. So it's kind of like the opposite, I believe, of like a Walmart, where a Walmart just comes in and just kind of like takes everything away from that city.
They just are like, "Here's a grandma we can harvest." It's it's like the Lorax, but with humans. Yeah, they
and
do
like,
that.
well, I think if I'm saying this right, and people online correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, like how Walmart will come in and like shut down all the mom and pop places in the area, but when they hire their staff, they're like, nobody here can work over 30 hours a week because we're not giving benefits and we're not doing this and we're not doing that. Buc-ee's is the opposite. So they come in, they're this huge place that, yes, I'm sure they are putting smaller gas stations and stuff like that, probably a hardship on them. But when they do the hiring, they're hiring people from that community, and the salaries and the wages are amazing.
I'm into this, man. All right. You're changing my position.
Yeah. And so go on and look. And when you walk into a Buc-ee's, they have, well, I can't say this for all of them. So the one that we walked into, at each door, they had all the positions that you can apply for.
Really?
It had all the positions, what they make, and then right there on the sign, like, to start, you get 3 weeks vacation, you get benefits, you get this, you get that. And so they take care of their employees, which I think is all the more reason why Buc-ee's is like a cult following.
Okay.
And people really enjoy it. So I don't think there's many people that I don't think there's a cult following to Walmart. If there is, I think it's for the wrong things.
Yeah, there is where I live. Everybody thinks it's the greatest thing. And I'm like, it's so bad. They're so bad for communities. It's like, everything they use as a selling point is a lie. They're not for America. They don't sell American stuff. Like all the stuff. You're right, Joe. Sorry, I'm off the soapbox.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's. I'll
Yeah.
try it.
So give
They're
it
building
a
one
try.
here.
Yeah. So give it a try. Actually, now that you say it, I think yours is going to be how I said they're building one that's supposed to be bigger. I think yours is going to be that one.
Oh,
It's supposed to be the largest Buc-ee's so far. Sorry, guys, I'm chewing on an ice cube. Sorry if that's I'll melt it down. Okay.
it's better. My kids just run like pouring ice on the floor, which is what was happening a minute ago.
The last thing I want to talk about before we call
talk
this
about
thing
the
quits.
albums. We're going
Nah.
song by song.
Yeah. I'm
Remember
not in the
that?
mood to talk about the albums. Are
You
you?
gave up on it.
Not giving up.
Joe,
It's
are you
just it's
giving up?
nice to go to when we don't have content. When we
Well,
don't
this
know
is-
what to talk about. And here's what I do want to talk about. Are you familiar with a little American pastime called trash TV?
No.
Trash TV is where on maybe a rainy day or an evening where you don't have kids and you sit down in front of the TV and you don't know what to watch, you turn on the trashiest reality show that you can find that if Jesus knew that you were watching it, you would be so embarrassed. Are you familiar with this?
If he could see it.
Yeah, it's called Trash TV.
No. But I like the idea of it.
Yeah, so I think my girlfriend Heidi, the Heidi invented Trash TV and specifically Trash TV Tuesdays.
Are you talking about Holly Heidi or Heidi Heidi?
yeah. And so Hides has decided that on Tuesdays is her night that she comes home from work.
Uh-huh.
And I'm never here on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are days that I'm in Royal Oak. And so she comes home and she grabs, a little something to eat and she parks it on the couch and watches this trash TV that is usually some sort of series on Netflix. Well, in all honesty, she has me hooked, hook, line, and sinker. Or as I like to say, hook, line, and stinker.
And sphincter.
And sphincter. On this show on Netflix. It's called Love is Blind.
Okay.
Have you heard of this show? So, fellas, if you want to get some, and I stand by this statement, if you want to get some quality time with your girl or your loved one, your fella, the lady, whoever, I don't care, whatever the mix and match is, right? If you want to get some quality time in with them, and fellas, if you normally don't do reality television, you're like, absolutely not. I'm not watching The Bachelor. I'm not watching The Bachelorette. I agree 1,000%. This is that show where you will love it because it is so trashy that it's like watching a train wreck. So what it is they take like 10 dudes and 10 women. They put them in like this house, but they can't see each other.
Okay.
So they go into these rooms. So the women stay separate from the men through the whole first part of the show. And they go into these things called pods. And the guy's on his side and the woman's on the other side. And there's a wall between them. They can talk to each other.
In the wall. Okay.
Yes. It's in
All
the
right.
back of the Buc-ee's. And so they can talk to each other, but they can't see each other. So the idea is that you get to know someone's heart. You get to know someone for who they are through these conversations before you see them. Well,
Okay.
then if two people make a good enough match, get this, the guy proposes.
Oh my gosh.
So-
This sounds well thought out.
So he'll propose. He'll propose to the girl,
Without
the
seeing.
woman, without seeing her, just hearing her voice, just getting to know each other in conversation over, I think it's only over a week, maybe 10 days.
Cheapers.
And they go into these pods and they talk and they talk and they talk. And I think they could talk as long as they want and they chit chat and they do all that. Well, they talk to other people. So like if you're a dude, you know, for like the first couple hours, you might talk to Melissa, the second, Tracy, the fourth, whatever, Aliqua. And then you start to figure out like, hey, I click more with Aliqua than I do with Lisa. So then they'll tell Lisa, like, Lisa, I think you're great, but you know what? I just have a stronger connection with these other people. And then vice versa. Then the women do it with the men too. So then they propose. So when the guy proposes, if the woman says yes, then what they do is they each stand at the end of a hallway and they open the doors. And there's like a red carpet between them. And so they open the door on the one end, open the door, and it's like them, and they see each other for the first time. And mind you, they're already engaged.
Do they get a makeover or anything before, or they're just like, I'm in my jammies?
No, they do. They look, they're like dressed to the nines. Like the dudes are always in nice suits. The women are all dolled up. So they see each other for the first time. This is where the show gets good. So sometimes like the women will just like look at the dude and be like, nope. And then same thing. Yeah, same thing with like the guy. Like the guy will be like talking to this woman and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden realize like when she's standing in front of him that it is not anything that he's attracted to. Well, then to take it further, once these connections have been made on the show, then they all go to this villa. And so then they all live for like a week in this villa. So the people that are engaged, so like, let's say of the 10 couples, let's say 4 of them become engaged.
Uh-huh.
So the 4 couples will like live like in the same room, you know, whatever. And they're getting to know each other more. And then the other people can still continue to kind of get to know other people. But here's where it gets like real trashy. It's like the guy who proposes to like, let's say Ted proposed to Jill. And then when he sees Jill, he's like, oh my gosh, she's an 8. And then they get to the villa and he sees that like he had been talking to, you know, Aliquisha, and Aliquisha is a 10. And so then he's kind of drawn now more because maybe they had a great connection, but he kind of liked Jill a little bit more with the voice and the feelings. But now that he's seeing looks, like Jill's like now that he's seeing everyone, he picked like the 6 out of the group. And then the other girls that he could have been with are like 9s and 10s. So now now there's this different dynamic, and then like they start going up and they're like, oh yeah, I'm so and so. Oh my gosh, it's nice to put a face to a name. Then they start liking each other. Then like people call off the like engagements, and then other people propose. And then once it gets to the end, like if people make it through all of this, then they get married at the end of the show.
Dude, okay. I'm on board now.
And listeners, it is the trashiest of the trash TV, and you will love it. You will love it. Do this. Do what I do. Allow yourself one trash show in your life. And the thing is, it's only like it comes out every Friday. It's not one of those things that you can binge watch yet on Netflix. Okay. I'm guessing in like by December, you'll probably be able to binge watch the whole thing. But right now, each episode comes out on Friday. And so I think there's 2 episodes out now. Okay. And you gotta watch them. I mean, people, it's a little bit of trash, but it's almost like a Super Bowl type feeling. There's plot twists. You think someone's fallen for somebody, and oh my gosh, the backstabbing, the whatever. And they have this in different, so if you're getting into this season, there's only 2 episodes. But if you watch the last season, you can binge watch that. Last season was freaking amazing. And then they do it in like France. They do it in Japan. They have like a Japanese version.
Okay.
It's great. So you guys, if winter's rolling around, if you're going to be inside, you can't be outside as much with the nice weather.
It's time.
Watch Trash TV Tuesdays. You got to watch Love is Blind. You got
Guys,
to do it.
And then I just want to add one more thing. If you have extra time in your life, Joe had mentioned the Super Bowl, and it made me think it's never too late to jump on the Broncos bandwagon.
Right.
If you have been holding out until the season where everything falls apart, this is it.
This seems to be it. Yeah.
Did you see any of yesterday's game?
I saw the Miami highlights while I was sitting at the airport this morning.
Dude, the Miami, somehow the coach used to be, his dad was a coach on the Broncos and he was a ball boy. And so he felt sorry enough that he didn't kick an extra field goal to make it the worst upset in NFL history. It's just the worst since 1966. They were doing the type of like the highlights I saw. They were like, "Oh, we're crushing them so bad. We'll just hand off to the running back and send him up the middle. You know, he'll get stopped. We'll go 3 and out." And the running backs were just cracking off like 60-yard runs. like they couldn't even like not play. Like they couldn't even play bad or play to like not run up the score. They put in their third string quarterback and got a guy that was on the practice squad last week and threw a touchdown to him. Like, how? I don't understand. Like, if I was the coach, I would have fired the defensive coordinator in the middle of the game. It's like, get out. Walk through the field. You're going through the other team's locker room.
Yeah,
don't come back.
You obviously work for that team.
Well, he used to be the coach of the Broncos. The Broncos they can't win. They keep picking crap coaches and quarterbacks. But
you're talking to someone who lives in Detroit and has grown up with the Detroit Lions.
I feel like you can do worse this year. And it's called the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, the Lions fans around here are excited. People are excited. I'm not a Lions fan. I'm Lions free. I've been Lions free since 1985 when I became a Bears fan as a child. The Bears absolutely suck. Absolutely suck. And my buddy said, "You know what? Your Bears suck. Come over to the Lions side." And I'm like, "No, I can't." Like, and he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I've talked trash about Lions my whole life." He's like, "It doesn't matter. You're forgiven. Come on, get on the bandwagon." I'm like, I cannot in good conscience start rooting for the Lions. Now, here's the thing. I don't necessarily root against them. I just don't care about them.
Yeah.
So if they do good.
It's probably like going into certain neighborhoods in Detroit. Like you just do it to protect yourself. You just don't root for the Lions because you're protecting your heart.
Right. And so I'm just like, no, I can't do it. I can't root for them. I'm not going to, spend a dime on them. But anyway, and then also, since we're on like a little sports update, I'm a Notre Dame fan. Mm-hmm. And Bram, I was like, we were after the festival yesterday, we're headed back to the hotel and I'm like, I wonder if Notre Dame beat Ohio State. And Bram goes, yeah, they were beating them with 5. He goes, no, Notre Dame won. And I go, are you sure? And he goes, well, they were winning with 5 seconds left. And I go, well, that's usually when Notre Dame loses. He pulls out his phone and he's like, dude, they lost on the last play of the game. Oh, no. I was like, I told you that's how Notre Dame rolls.
My college team, the University of Colorado, was also having like a Cinderella moment, and they lost their first game.
Yeah, they got destroyed. What was it, 41-0?
Yeah, not as bad as the Broncos, though.
Yeah, the point spread was still kind of decent.
Yeah.
Oh, good night. Well, hey, Patreon people, We're gonna call it a night because it is Monday night and we are tired and I have to work. I have to work tomorrow. I have to get up early because I'm driving my brother-in-law's like 1988 Ford Ranger. And so I think I have to leave for work about 40 minutes early just to make sure because I can only drive. It drives like 55 miles an hour.
It's got a governor on it.
Yeah. So I normally, when I drive to work, I usually drive about 84 miles an hour on the highway.
Mhm.
And
then
this
you
thing,
just flash him your roofer badge.
yeah, this thing just tops
Waves
out
and
at like
stuff.
60 and it starts shaking like the space shuttle coming back into the atmosphere. So I got
Wow.
to keep it like under 60. So I got to leave super early in the morning. So
Well, it's
patronizers,
time for bed.
and I met a bunch of you, pickle peeps. We thank you so much. And I enjoyed, without sounding absolutely corny, I enjoyed immensely everybody who came up to the booth at Furnace Fest, and I could tell people felt comfortable coming up to the booth and chatting because many of them mentioned the community that we've built with this podcast. And so I love that people were coming up to the booth and they already had things to talk about because of the engagement with the show. So it wasn't like coming up like, "Hi, insiders, I liked you." You know, like people just came up and they could already start a conversation. They knew what was going on. I feel like people felt like they knew me already. And so it made things fun for me. And it was just an absolute great time. So I had a couple people ask why we didn't do a pickle and boot shop from Furnace Fest. And A, Reese wasn't there. B,
Yeah, somebody got real pissed on the patronizing or like on the Facebook. They were like, Reese said he would be there. I believed in him, but now I don't believe in anything anymore. I hate all of you.
and it just ends with a gunshot.
Good, bro. I didn't go. I told you on the freebie portion that I could not. I had my kids this weekend.
Yeah.
Hotels were sold out. When I started like going beyond just talking about it with Joe, I was like, oh man, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah,
you go.
it's a big old commitment. So, all right. Well, here's the deal. The promoter, this is the first time the public is hearing this. And Ryan, one of the promoters, Ryan, who actually fought to have the insiders on the show this year, he
Mhm.
went to the other three guys and said, "Hey, let's get these guys," and they were like, "Nah." And he fought for us and he got us on and actually said that everybody loved us, wanted to have us back. And here's the stipulation. In 2025, they want insiders, 5-iron, and the Supertones
What?
at Furnace Fest 2025.
Okay. That's good. I'm glad they're planning out till 2025 because we're supposed to play it next year. I'm not supposed to talk about this.
Well, I don't know. You could.
I don't know. I was worried it was going to be their last year. I'm glad. It is like one of the last great festivals.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? He did say that. He goes, yeah, maybe we can get you guys in 24 or 25. So
Okay.
maybe he is talking next year. I don't know, but he wants to get all
Right,
three. And when I said that we had just had Mojo on the show, he was like, "Oh my gosh, so you're still in contact with them?" I was like, "Yeah." So maybe the Supertones could put something together.
You're like,
Burp.
insiders, I hardly knowers.
Yeah. I'm like, awesome. Another festival where we can be third fiddle.
What?
Yeah.
What? No.
Like, you know what?
Joe?
It'd be awesome for 25 years
No.
later to be third fiddle again. Hopefully Squad 5-0 will come around and then we can be fourth fiddle.
Joe.
And then the Dingies and we can drop down to fifth.
And then what
then-
about Buck? Your guys are
so then we would go to
better
sixth.
than Buck and Bob. Bunch of believers. There's a lot of bands that you're
Skedaddles. Fun with
Yeah.
fat kids.
right.
Big Dog, Small Fence.
See, you're
I
at
loved
least
Big Dog, Small
fifth
Fence.
fiddle.
If you guys weren't familiar with Big Dog Small Fence, they were out
It's a
of
Tangent. By the way, this is what's called a Tangent.
Southern California. They were a great band. They should have gotten bigger.
Wasn't Ginger in that band?
What's that?
Wasn't Ginger in that band?
No, she was in the Israelites.
Okay.
But Big Dog Small Fence, if there would have been if Two Tone, because the punk ska and ska core that we all kind of played is what caught fire.
Yeah.
If there would have been a wave of Two Tone ska that came out back then, Big Dog Small Fence would have been the pioneers of that.
Yeah.
They were good. So give them a listen. They do a fantastic version of, I don't know if the song is called this, but it's like Roll Jordan Roll. It's called like the Jordan River or something like that, like an old Jamaican song. And they did it. And oh my gosh, their version is so good. I loved it.
Loved it.
All right, let's get out of here.
Bye, jerks. Peace.
See you.
Stop your messing around. Better think of your future. Time to straighten right out.